Alright, so I'm still obsessed with the game, possibly too much for my own good. First, being unplanned again. I'm not going to bother changing the name. We didn't leave Cycling Road really. So, yep, it's Cy Felrose recording once again from the castle. The exploits of Lady Artemis and the Hohenry. Last time we beat the Cycling Road rival. Got all our Pokemon. Haven't actually leveled anyone up yet, but we have the ability now to level our Pokemon to level 40. The reason we're doing the stream is because we had some plans that I did off stream that I really just want to go through, honestly. And then I want to see if I can get to Altering Cave today. That's my goal. But I only have a couple hours that I can stream for. I already did my plan for this one. It looks like this. The whole thing about this fight is that my Staraptor's about to learn close combat. And Staraptor kill Kangaskhan and Victory Bell easily. But it struggles to kill Lycanroc because and it has a priority move. And it struggles to deal with Fearow. However, we have Tailwind to deal with. Let's do our move items first. They check who needs items. You don't need an item. I don't remember if you need it. Do you need an item? I don't think Staraptor needs an item. Staraptor take any damage? Staraptor takes a Sucker Punch. And another Sucker Punch. I think that's it. I'm going to give Dreadnought a Citrus Berry to be light. And also, like, it shouldn't be going below half unless something goes wrong. I'm going to do the same thing on Raptor. These mons don't need berries if things go right, but things might not go right. Then I'm going to give a Citrus Berry to Musharna. This one actually is necessary. And then Breloom doesn't need an item and doesn't want an item, actually. And Luxray doesn't need an item. Luxray and Torterra are here to have specific amounts of HP. Great. So, we need to level a few months up here. We need to level this to 42 because it's actually killing things, right? It's Liquidation, which I didn't know about. That does not affect my plan at all. It just means that I deal more damage with water moves now, but I was already dealing enough damage for the fight with my water move. The Raptor needs to level 42, because we need it to kill things, and we need it to learn close combat. That's how we're killing the Kangaskhan. We are going to get the Contempt. I don't think we're very likely to use that move on Staraptor, and Aerial Ace and Dual Wind Beat is our best flying move. Tailwind is amazing, and Aerial Ace is relevant for Bright Powder sometimes. Lovely Kiss. I don't know what this thing's accuracy is. 80%. So in theory, I could use Lovely Kiss with a zoom lens as a 96% move. I don't believe in 96. I don't believe, and I don't want to zoom. I'm not learning that. And Breloom, we have finally gotten... You're not going to learn Brick Break because we have a tutor for it, and we don't need it for the current fight. We are bringing it to level 39. Reason we're going with 39, okay, we don't have a tutor for Seed Bomb. We will have to forget a move, and that move will be Fake Tears. For sure. That's an easy choice. I don't regret keeping Fake Tears as long as I did, but I won't miss it. Reason we're setting it to 39, at level 39, Kangaskhan cannot kill it on a max roll return crit. Oh, we do need a muscle band for Scrafter. I bet. We do need a muscle band. There are no knockoffs in the fight, so it's fine to just... Alright. We need Poison for the fight, but we're just doing pre-damage. We need to pre-damage Luxray and Torterra. We need to damage Luxray to 54 HP so that it always baits fast kills from both Lycanroc Dusk and Kangaskhan. Have a higher score than Fake Out. We don't want a Fake Out because that would add randomness to the fight. Similarly, we need Torterra to have we need Torterra to have 88 health. That's the most health it can have, where it always baits return from Kangaskhan after a return and a Stomping Tantrum. That is going to 63 on Luxray and 43 on Torterra. So let's do this 3 steps, or ticks rather. Perfect. We can now antidote. Have an actual antidote. Terra, but we need 20 more steps on Right? Okay. Now we're just going to go through the fight real quick. Make sure that I know what I'm doing. So on the first turn, this will Rock Tomb Lycanroc while Lycanroc tries to attack Luxray, but we switch. Then Lycanroc will Accelerock. We're going to Razor Shell it while we switch again. Breloom. Then Victory Bell will come out. Victory Bell and Kangaskhan will both attack Breloom. We will switch Karna on that side. The reason Victory Bell won't attack this, because Victory Bell is slower than this, but faster than Breloom. But we'll attack Breloom because that's a fast kill. So we'll switch to Musharna. And then on this side, we'll switch to Staraptor. Staraptor can kill Victory Bell while Kangaskhan Sucker Punches it. And this thing can do something. Probably just switch back to the on its health exactly. Then the next turn, Staraptor will Tailwind while Kangas Sucker Punches it. And then Staraptor will Close Combat Kanga. And Drednaw will be out, and with Tailwind we can just outspeed and kill here. Okay. We double check Musharna's what health Musharna needs. Musharna level 4. It can take 66 to 78. Then it can take up to 80. Okay, yeah. So because that's 81 plus 78 is 159, we actually need Arna to have 1 pre-damage. To prevent it from dying to double crit, double max roll, and it happens to roll Leaf Blade, which is unlikely. And especially if it's clicking Leaf Blade, that means that it's a pretty good chance that Kanga is in a different move too. But we should be good. Go up is wait, yeah, this way. We can go up and fight the first battle of the level 4 level. These two. Bunch of crafts, that's not real. These level caps, like these Pokemon being under-leveled is unlikely to come up, but it could come up. And I am not going to make a habit of leveling Mons unnecessarily. That would be a bad habit. That would reduce anti-run. Intimidate. That's fine. Countered for. Kanga has inner focus. We're going to rock make it slower than Drednaw and break its focus. While we're going to try to Torterra. Make the hits. Good. Alright, so this turn, Lycanroc sees that Drednaw has a fast kill on it, so it's going to Accelerock Drednaw. And Kangaskhan sees that it has a fast kill on my Torterra, so it's going to attack my Torterra. Like I said, we leveled Breloom up to 39. We intentionally didn't poison it. I don't think that mattered at all. But we're going to switch Breloom to take the return. Breloom take? How much did Breloom take from that? 39. Oh, I did it right. Okay, yeah. Now Breloom is always baiting another return. And also a poison jump. Like I said, because Victory Bell is faster than Breloom, but slower than Dreadnought, it is always going to prioritize the kill on... It is always going to prioritize the kill on Breloom. We're going to bring Iceberg into Staraptor. And we're going to bring Breloom into Musharna. Musharna is just here to take attacks. Our focus trick again. Shouldn't take all that much. Ow. Musharna wouldn't have taken all that much if it wasn't. Okay, so now Staraptor is showing a fast kill on Kangaskhan with close combat. So Kangaskhan is going to sucker punch it. In the other slot, we're going to go to Dreadnought, because what else would we do? And Staraptor is going to kill Victory Bell with a duel. Going to eat its Salak Berry, we do not care, because it dies to the second week. Now, Kangaskhan is still going to Sucker Punch, but the hero in the back is actually really scary. So we are going to... set up Tailwind, that we can just outspeed and kill. We use Jaw Lock just to not get that fan accidentally Sucker Punch, but it doesn't matter. And now this hero in the back has no priority moves, and Tailwind is still up. We give our entire team experience points, but half of them are at the level cap. Wait, who didn't get experience? Not every member of the team was in battle. Every team member of the team was in battle for that. Anyway, Tailwind is up. So Hero has 101 speed. Dreadnought has more than half of that, so we can kill. I really don't like that Emerald's route design is like this. That, like, this is still 110. 110 is the route we got to earlier, but we don't get an encounter. Technically also 110. I'm gonna go to Slateport. And just use the Pokemons. It is nice to be back in Slateport, and just because we get access to the hidden power TM again, or tutor, and the secret power tutor. That one doesn't matter. Means we can do more customization of our roof slots. Right? Next battle. Next battle has a sound theme. It's a guitarist. Lead with voice scarf boomers and nothing else. That's just the entire thing. We did plan this one already as well. Our plan is Sarina leads and wins at level 42. Does need to be level 42. Actually, it only needs to be level 41. Let me double check. It only needs to be level 40. Let me check that that doesn't cause problems with Paddock. Max crit is 62-1, which does bait Boom Burst. We will go level... And we'll just use an Oranberry. Yeah, okay. We will use level 40 Sarina with an Oranberry, which will use low sweep and then low sweep to kill it. And then it will always bait this Chatot, because the least HP this can have is 69, 59 damage, 52 health. Adder is always the highest damage move. It can't use Sting because I have Sweet Veil. And then from there we switch to Manectric. Manectric, start from 38 and go up again. 38 doesn't do it because we need a Persimberry. 39 doesn't do it. 40 doesn't. Alright, we'll use a level 40 Manectric, switch in on Chatter, kill with outspeed and kill with Shockwave. Then this thing will come in, it's always using Hyper Voice. You will switch in Walrein. Level 38 works fine. Even at level 38 of Hyper Voice crit means you're still always getting targeted by Thunderbolt. Doesn't add up to 100, it adds up to like 99 points. Yeah, 140, one short. We can barely use a level 38 Walrein. Switch to that. Then we switch to Torterra on the Thunderbolt. And then Torterra just Stomping Tantrum. The Persimberry. Then on the Snorlax, we one Seed Bomb. Then we switch to this Hitmonchan. We will level the Hitmonchan for sure. And use Fake Out and Sky Uppercut. What that's going to deal damage-wise, Seed Bomb is going to deal 57. Then it's going to gain 10 from leftovers is 47. Going to switch, 37. Switch. Going to Fake Out, 54, down to 44. Then we're going to Sky Uppercut. Going to deal 172 damage. What this means is we don't have to level Torterra. At all. Not important. Breloom's not useful backup in this. And then we'll bring Musharna because it's already level 42 and it does some fun stuff. Actually, we'll bring Staraptor. Staraptor does fun. Staraptor does way funnier stuff. Why am I using Hitmonchan? Okay, yeah. We'll use Muscle Band Staraptor. Make sure that Torterra never dies to Signal Beam plus that. It never dies to Signal. That's perfect. And it outspeeds, so the body slam pair is not an issue. Yeah, we'll use Staraptor. We'll give them both Cherry Berries, even though that's... Actually, we don't need this. We don't actually have to level Hitmonchan. We won't use Staraptor. Hitmonchan. We will be leveling... We decided to level Sarina to 40, right? 40 to always kill this? Yes. And an Oranberry, that's right. Manectric 40 into Persimberry, yes. Walrein, Torterra, Hitmonchan don't need level, but Staraptor already is level. Cool. I need to use the Manectric. It's Sarina, Manectric, Walrein, Torterra, Staraptor, and Pip. Perfect. Move items first. On one. Double check that there's no risk here at all. Level 40 Sarina definitely kills, definitely is not to get hit by Boomburst or Heat Wave. Manectric can come in and definitely kill at level 4. Definitely outspeeds. Definitely baits Heliolisk, because Heliolisk is always fast. It could bait this thing first. Is that a problem? That could be an issue. Can it still be an issue if Manectric is... And I'm just gonna make a Manectric. It cannot still be an issue if Manectric is 3-2. We're just gonna make Manectric go. Does it get a move that's global cap? I don't know. Learns Crunch? I don't think we care about that move. I don't know if we can forget anything from that move. Probably more relevant than Fire Feign because the special attacker, so I don't think we can like a 65 BP move. But other than that, it's just not a good move. It's being we're letting ourselves use it by default more than anything. Arena, on the other hand, actually doesn't need any more level. Double check items. Quick Scar. Pairs. Kenai Lumberry. Not statusing it, not dropping its accuracy. Dry Skin Lumberry, not using water moves, not statusing it. Immunity Leftovers, already accounted for leftovers, not poison. Okay, perfect. Right? Low sweep kills hits. Right, it outspeeds for now. It didn't crit, that wouldn't matter if it did. I rolled, that doesn't matter at all. Paddock comes out, always use it for Paddock. It's Twitch chat. He switched to Nectar. Wait, what? Okay, that was not. Huh? What? What? Huh? What? That's not great. Figure it out. Don't understand how that happened. Gonna look at my Pokemon. Level be Sarina. Okay. First is a spread move? That's my bad. Exactly what the problem is. I did the math with Theron mode. What does Heliolisk use? Can it Thunderbolt? Unfortunately, wait, no. Can it Thunderbolt this? Yes, it can Thunderbolt this. Unfortunate. Can Hitmonchan survive at 38? Yes, no matter what move it. That can increase odds, but it doesn't use the right move. What about Starina? Starina can just die to the Hyper Voice. Have to just go Walrein. Elite Bolt doesn't randomly Thunderbolt into crit. I mean, just for Neptune, there's still. This Heliolisk is in a full random move. My level 42 connector. I can click anything at equal likelihood. If it doesn't click Thunderbolt, we are safe. Or at least safe. I have to go to Walrein. I don't have another mon to do. Grass Knot? Okay. Can I use Grass Knot again here? I can use Grass Knot again. Is that okay? Iffy. Can also use Thunderbolt. Can I go this? I can't. No, that would just bring me back to Walrein, I think. Just make Thunderbolt or Hyper Void. Okay, I think I need to go toward Terra. Unless I can go Hitmonchan. I don't think I can go Hitmonchan. Go on Hitmonchan. I did not to level it. If I had leveled it, would it be fine? Wow. I was not familiar with the game. Okay, what's the chance at Grass Knots? Here. Close to 50-50. Okay. What's the chance I lose it? Can I go Sarina to... I think I can go Sarina to Raptor to Torterra. And that would solve it. Okay, cool. Yep. Now it's gonna Signal Beam for sure, I believe. It could Hyper Voice. The Raptor can survive a Hyper Voice. That would cause more problems again, but safer problems, I guess. That's the way I can put it. It just Signal Beams were so fine. Just want to see Signal Beam. Good. Okay. We've steered out. Now it's going to Thunderbolt. We're back on track. And I didn't give it a person break. We're just not going to get confused. Just not going to get confused. If we do get confused, we're just not going to... Good. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. That was scary. It was my fault. But we're not gonna lose. Now we're back on track. We're just on one. Going to body slam. Okay. A lot of damage. It's kind of scary, but we have shell armor, it was never gonna kill him. We did, at least... Does Raptor have a Cherry Berry? It does, right? Raptor does have a Cherry Berry, okay. So we did a minimum there of 57 damage, so it'll be 37 after, and close combat will deal 1 We're definitely fine. Straptor cannot die to body slam. That's why we have a Cherry Berry. Now we close combat. It kills. And we learn an important lesson about turning the slider to singles with Penny. Terra goes to level 39, that's fine. Next trainer, we don't have this one planned. So there are 2 problems with this trainer. The first problem is this Typhlosion. There's no other way I can say it. This Typhlosion is a problem. Octillery is the only thing that can even come close to killing it, only because of the wild charge recoil damage it will probably take. And it doesn't actually guarantee it. It can take as little as 14 recoil and as little as 104 from me. Octillery probably would kill it. But, actually that would be fine. Yeah, Octillery probably would kill it, and if it didn't, we would switch to something like Manectric, yes. I don't really want to switch to Manectric. I probably won't. Most likely what's actually going to happen here is we're going to use like this Musharna. You're going to use Musharna with like a Citrus Berry. Going to Eruption and then Eruption again on this. And we're going to Rock Tomb it. Or just Rock Slide it. The Hardstone. Oh. And Rock Tomb it. Oh, I see why it has a Hardstone. We already did that fight, so I'm deleting this version. In fact, I'm going to remove from all boxes again. Every once in a while I do that, just clear it. And then now I'm going to export and import my real box. Their quirky assortment of real levels. Oh, I don't have the scene switcher on. Whoops. There we go. There's the scene switcher if you're watching. Now you can see. I don't know why it's suddenly saying Win Street Victoria Abomasnow. Not what we're looking at. We're looking at Typhlosion Collector Edwin. But yeah, our Musharna Dreadnought thing works well. The only reason I can think of not to do that is if we want Musharna for something else, but I think Musharna is really bad into the fight in general. Or I guess if we find a reason that we really care about. I don't remember what words were, to be honest. They're kind of hard, aren't they? Okay. So that would make Meganium. I can beat Meganium pretty easily. This thing just switches into a Seed Bomb, and Dual Wind beats twice with a Cherry Berry. Problem is that I'm not really sure how to up for Alligator. If the Staraptor was it came in, it Liquidation or Scary Face. I believe at like semi-random. I'm guessing it's +6 because I'm faster. Problem is I can't just stall it with a bunch of different mons because Ludicolo. Problem with Ludicolo is that my defense can by liquidate. Then I would die to crunch crit. I really don't want to. Ideally, I would figure out a way to get Meganium to get Tailwind up when Meganium dies. Problem with that means Staraptor is in this for too many turns. So I basically need it to be like Staraptor switches into Meganium on a Seed Bomb, or no, not as Body Slam, only Seed Bomb. Staraptor uses Tailwind, Staraptor uses Bullwing Beat. And that always kills because I got my extra damage I needed somewhere else. Is this that place? Could be. That fake out's not quite enough. I can't add Ludicolo fake out. I need Ludicolo things. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the problem with the Octillery version, that any version where this Typhlosion gets the like 1 in 56 roll, less than 1 in 256 because if either side crits, it doesn't happen. Actually, no. If Typhlosion crits, it also baits for Alligator, which is still bad. Yeah, that's why I like the Sharna Dreadnought version, because that always baits Meganium. And Meganium is how we're getting Tailwind set up. Probably our plan for this. We'll see if that's exactly ends up being our plan. Okay, this dies to an Earthquake. I can't really use it. By my standards of can, at least. Okay, can I switch this in on a seed? Like, is it okay to switch this in if I'm poisoned? And the answer is no. I take too much poison. Okay, that's good to know. Good information. Sure. Okay, what about this? I can't really use this because I can't stop this. If the sword stances, I kind of lose. What about Breloom? Breloom, anywhere. Fair enough. What about Gligar? I'm so excited to stop having a Gligar. Actually, can Straptor switch if it's that +2? I mean, +1? Can, right? Oh, I'm counting the Intimidate. But cannot. It kinda can. Not really. Not enough. Let's undo this +2 so my numbers make sense and turn off a bit so my numbers make sense. This is taking basically nothing from corruption. That's a lot more than basic, but it's not something. I do need it to have a Rostberry just in. Thing doesn't have enough health value. Like something that could possibly like go Mightyena after Dreadnought. I'd go Mightyena. So the problem with Mightyena is that the Intimidate they have to be at full HP, but then that doesn't. I don't think. Level 42 doesn't really. Dynamic. If it's Swords Dance after, still wouldn't. Yeah, but what I'm thinking about doing is like Breloom on the Seed Bomb. Breloom, if I level up, does it get better consistency on which attack it uses? Attacks? No, it gets. What about Tsarina? Instead? Tsarina has bad consistency. And it also doesn't. Anything. Does it get better? Oh. Get better at 40. I don't care which. But Torterra does. Yeah. Torterra would work great. What I'd do, I would switch from Dreadnought to Torterra on the guaranteed. Then Torterra would use one Seed Bomb. Meganium might, Swords Dance might do the other thing. Might do another Seed Bomb. Matter with me either way. And then I would switch to Staraptor. It goes to +2. Okay. The only move it can use here is Seed Bomb. So, is it possible, like, it can only use Seed Bomb on the Switch. If it goes to +4 instead, we are barely fine. Yes, barely fine. Torterra needs a Miracle Seed in this case. Is also fine. If it goes to +4, we're definitely barely fine. Goes to +2 attacks twice, and we have 9 pre-damage, 160 out of 125. We are barely fine at 116. At 116, any Seed Bomb crit triggers a Stitch. We can't equip a Citrus Berry because we need a Cherry Berry. Okay, we are not fine then. We're not fine then. Okay? Okay. Hitmonchan come in twice in it. I doubt it. Let's fix this. But like I said, I doubt it. I don't think Hitmonchan can come. Hitmonchan can't even come in once in anyway, let alone twice. What about Ludicolo? Ludicolo doesn't really do it the way we need it to. Masharna Yawn would require a different lead setup, but can we do it anyway? No. Masharna cannot yawn. Alright. Mightyena cannot switch in if it's sword. repurposed. I see. Can we bounce Walrein? Or, like, can we go to Mediana at all? Like, at all? I still have the crit selected. Right, we can't go to Mediana because it does weird thing. Numbers. Luxray also does weird. We don't have anything that outspeeds for Manectric, and Manectric doesn't work because it doesn't have a speed. I mean, it doesn't have other stats. It does have a speed. Only thing it has. Okay, is there anything I can kill with after Staraptor instead? If I Tailwind with... I don't think so. Pretty sure the answer to that is just... Can I afford to only have one turn left of Tailwind? Also no, and it wouldn't work anyway. Okay. Luxray doesn't work for different reasons. Wait, Luxray, hold on. Luxray can switch in because Luxray baits the right move. Luxray baits Earthquake, which means it's fine at any value. We can use Luxray. Like, we can switch in Torterra as per, like, the original reason I was talking about switching in Torterra to deal 20.3 damage. We could also level it instead of the Miracle Seed, but there's no reason to level it. Then we switch to Luxray and take +1 crits. And with a Citrus Berry, and some level up, even one level up, it will always bait Earthquake. Or another sort. I already decided it was fine. Then we can switch to Staraptor. Use Tailwind. Let's type that as turns. Turn 1, Musharna Yarn. Yawn. Citrus to only bait Fireman. E2 switch to Redna. Frost to avoid niche flamethrower problem. E3 Redna, Rock Tomb, Typhlosion. E4 Dreadnought, KO, Rock Tomb. E5 switch Torterra on Seed Bomb. 6 Torterra, Torterra, Seed Bomb, Miracle Seed for enough damage. Can I save a Citrus by leveling Raikou? Not a Raikou, it's a Luxray. Can I save a Citrus by leveling it more? No? Okay. Yeah. Let me start writing. Switch Torterra on Seedbomb. Ganium can or okay, if it's a +3 or +4 plus, that's enough. And level 42, do I avoid that? I don't avoid. What can I do about that? Can I switch it to Arena? Yes, but then we're back in the awkward. Seven's Luxray, Ania, and yeah, I can't do that. That's many turns where it can allowed to do things. Problem. Luxray switch felt like it was... But if it's swords instead of earthquaking... Wait, can it swords instead of earthquaking? Hold on. If it's +2, yes, it can swords instead of earthquake. But we already decided that... Like, if it was +4 coming in here, it was fine. +4... Okay, +4 here, seed bombs. Man level 42. Then there is 1 in 4 chance it a 1 in 8 chance it does so overall. And then on Staraptor coming in, or +3 minus, whatever. And on Staraptor coming in, that's already a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah. I mean, I do need crits to die, but I can die on crits really easy at that point. That's not a better way. What was the problem with going directly? The problem with going directly to this was that it could, like... But even at +1, there were... Or sorry, +2. That was the... That does require double crit. Does require double crit. And it requires Swords Dancing when Torterra comes in. Is there a better way? Wait, no. Right. You can force it to or body sleep on Luxray. Good idea. By having Torterra at the right health value. So we want, with Torterra on Seed Bomb, Meganium can store 4 Seed Bomb. 7. Set Torterra health value. So it always baits Seed Bomb or Body Slam after either 2 Seed Bombs or 1 +2. Or 1 Seed Bomb at +2 pack. So we can switch Luxray on that move. Does Luxray just die? That Luxray wouldn't die, but it seems like it might just die to Seed Bomb in that case. Can't really use Serena. Is it fine? Like, if I go level 42, is it fine? That +1? That's not fine. But this one. I'm not sure why I thought this. It doesn't actually make any sense. If I can Tailwind, what I want to do is Lucario Tailwind, switches to Ludicolo, and Ludicolo kills with Mega Drain. That's what I want to do. But I don't know how to set that up. Because I need to deal damage on the way. And I don't know how to get that damage. Even level 42 Hitmonchan doesn't have that damage. With a Fake Out. I can't use Ludicolo because I need to give its HP. use a muscle. Make sure I can't use a muscle band. I can use a muscle band if I'm allowed to pre-poison. Am I allowed to pre-poison? EB. I go Hitmonchan on a Seed Bomb, which I can get if I level up enough. Even this much is enough, I think. 1035. Run after me? Maybe. Oh, no, I don't need to do any of that. Yeah. Okay. What I do is I just go Hitmonchan with a Cherry Berry is fine. It doesn't need any particular item. I go Hitmonchan. I fake out the Meganium, Center Focus. From Hitmonchan, I go to Luxray. Luxray doesn't... I need Luxray to have enough levels that... Oh, wait. No, I need it to not die to Earthquake. Okay. So I need it to not die to Earthquake, which means I need it to... Okay. I do want Luxray to just have a Citron. To just be level 42 with a Citron. T1 Masharna Yawn, T2 Switch Dreadnought, T3 Rock Tomb, T4 Rock Tomb KO, T5 Switch Hitmonchan, 6 Fake Out, T7 Meganium any move. Would I make this, like, the little Hitmonchan version of this make it easier? Maybe. Hitmonchan's level 42, I can make it always be... No, it's just too hard to make it always be. Alright. Gotta stay level 38. Use a fake out. 1 is fine, 1's enough. Dual Weed Meat, 112. Fake out is 11. Perfect. Okay, then I switch from there to Luxray. Luxray will never die if I level it to 42, and it will never bait... 41 enough or no? 8, 33, 41 is enough, is 40 enough? 40 is not enough. Okay, level 41 Luxray. Which will mark the levels. Level 38 Hitmonchan, it doesn't vary. Bitch, L41 Luxray at Citrus. Meganium uses any attacking move. 8 switch Staraptor. Switch Seasoned Staraptor on EQ. Wait, Crunch can't defense drop. Not a thing. That's really good for me. Okay. There's Poison Staraptor on always EQ. Because always... Can it use Sword? Use Sword Sense. Then it's just a +1 with... That's fine. E9 used Tailwind. E10 kill with Bullwind. E11 Switch. E12 Ludicolo Mega Drain. E13 Ludicolo. Okay. That's really... Pretty sure that's away. Staraptor to be poisoned. Staraptor to be poisoned, but not damaged. Charna doesn't need an item, I don't think. I double check. No, Charna needs a citrus, I think. Can I save a citrus or no? 144, 15, 25. I cannot save a citrus. I do need to use the citrus. Luxray also needs a citrus. Staraptor needs the muscle band. The miracles. It doesn't really need a miracles, but in case this fairy faces, that helps it. It doesn't need it, but give it in. Makes this like knockoff or anything. I think I could have just switched in on liquidation now that I know. Like, what was max damage here? 71, 73. I can't heal that much. Never mind. No, it is good. I need to level Luxray to 41, and I need to level Ludicolo to 40. I don't think those puns learn anything I care about here. Maybe they do. Knockoff. I actually do want knockoff. Get Seed Bug. Nice Hitmonchan. Oh yeah, Hitmonchan's here to use Fake Out, that's right. Battle Thing isn't single. Charna will take an eruption, then pivot beyond, pivot to Dreadnought on another eruption, or possibly a flamethrower. Did I remember to give Dreadnought a Raspberry? I have not given. It's very unlikely to even click flamethrower, but it's not like I need to give it any other item. This is just to be polite. I am using the 38 Hitmonchan. Yeah. Perfect, yep. We're good. Just need to use in this Raptor. I didn't need Hitmonchan free damage. 38, yeah, it's fine. Did I need... Luxray's fine at 41, now that I leveled. Yes. Perfect. It would be really scary if I wasn't... Well, I don't want that. I don't know where the trainer is. I'm just gonna use Cushion. Lunch, I guess. Okay. Trainer's not face the. Oh wait, that's the trainer. The other side. I already beat this guy. Alright. My bad. This is also a whole different round fight. The one pack. Once again. Okay. put my mods in order. I don't like when they're not. Alright. Asharna's job is to use Yawn. Redna's job is to kill Typhlosion. Hitmonchan's job is to use Fake Out and bait a damaging. Luxray's job is to bait either Earthquake or Swords Dance. I don't really... Even this, yeah, I just don't really... Ludicola's job is to kill for Alligator. Raptor's job is to set up Tailwind and kill Canadian. That grandma down there at battle? No. Unfortunately, I am losing on the side. How I'm choosing to approach it. It turns out that some are a limited purpose in a real way, and I regret losing them much. Add it on. I feel bad. I'm not gonna feel like I misplayed. I'm gonna just feel bad. I'm going to use another eruption. I'm gonna do not that much. I'm gonna deal a lot, considering that I'm a water rock type. But I'm still a water rock type. This is a fire type. I'm going to use Rock Tomb. It could kill, probably won't. But it'll drop the speed so that I can kill either way next week. I think only crits could kill. I double check that Typhlosion actually is slower now. Should have double check. Yeah, nothing. What I was gonna say is I should have double checked that before starting. I did check it when I initially made that part of the map. Great. Now our Meganium plan starts. Go to Hitmonchan first. Now we use Fake Out. Now we go to Luxray. With this value, it should be a seed bomb. Now we go to Staraptor. This could be a Swords Dance or Earthquake at random. Earthquake is better, but we don't care. And either way. Awesome. We set up Tailwind. We can kill it next turn. First, we'll set up Tailwind. We're poisoned, but that body slam can never paralyze them. Now we dual weeping. We'll always kill no matter how scuffed it looks. Look even more scuffed if we didn't use the Silk Scarf on Hitmonchan. The Silk Scarf gave us, like, our mid-roll without the Silk Scarf would have been literally stacked HP. Right, now this could be Scary Face or Liquidation, I think. Or maybe it can just be Liquidation. Nope, it's... okay. Could be either. I think it's 60-40, but I don't know. Doesn't matter. And either way. Never Crunch. But only if I would actually have Crunch. Right, Liquidation, that's perfect. Liquidation means be clear. Use Mega Drain, and use Mega Drain again. We don't use Fake Out, because then we'd run out of Tailwind. crunch. That's expected and fine. Wait, what? Okay, it's still fine. Like, did I mess up the count? Tailwind, Bullwing Beat, Witch, Mega Drain, Mega Drain? Four turns. Okay. That's good to know. Ludicolo still wins. Ludicolo doesn't take 75 on any crit. Yes, it does. There's nothing I can do about it, though, I don't think. Double check that that's true. Can I switch to Hitmonchan and kill? No, I'm lower. Could I switch to Hitmonchan and kill? No, not even at all. Can I switch to Redna? Can I switch to Redna, then switch to Sharna? No, okay. Can I switch to Luxray? No. I don't need to. Okay. Well, we are now risking a 1 in 128 chance Ludicolo dice. And if that happens, we are risking more potential bad things. Okay, it's fine. I thought Tailwind was 5 turns. I would not have made this plan, shipped this plan, if I knew how many turns Tailwind lasted. Got it, okay, I see. That's the next double battle. What's up here? Those are berries. Are those new berries? Those don't look like new berries. I think those are Leppa and Chesto. Bad. Oh, that's Lancet berries. That's the crit rate one. I will use those aggressively if it makes sense. Like, if there's a way to use Lancet Berries on Norman, is Lancet Berry guaranteed crits, or is it just... I think it's +2, right? Yeah, +2 phase stages. You need +3 to guarantee, but +2 is enough if you're using a high crit move. I don't really have many, if any, high crit moves. Plus, like, Gliscor. Okay, I think that guy's Miguel. These over here are the double battle. I have to fight for. I've heard that when I beat both of those, but not until I beat both of those, that there's an encounter in cave. Is it possible to go behind this? I don't think so. Yeah. I did really like that strategy, but I'm not sure what I could have. I mean, like, knowing that it's... Like, the thing is that knowing that it was like that, probably would have gone straight. I mean, straight. After and dealt with Alligator using 3 slots instead of dealing with Meganium using 3 slots and just not use Tailwind, and there probably was a better way through that way. Where am I going? I'm going to Slateport. Where I'm trying to go. Yes. Yes, okay. I see where I am. I figured it out. I'm only got a little bit lost. Alright. next battle is a double battle between a Tailwind Crobat and a bunch of things that are too fucked up to let them Tailwind, basically. There's kind of two directions I think I can go. One of them is to just try to make the Crobat stop existing by whatever means. Problem with this is that I don't actually have a way to kill the Crobat. Besides Luxray. Luxray could do it. Luxray can kill the Crobat in one hit. Problem with doing a Luxray-based strategy. There are two problems with doing a Luxray. Actually. One of them is that after that recoil damage thing, the killing roll on the Luxray. Maybe I can make that work. Maybe I can make that work intentionally. Unfortunately, this thing's head to close combat. Way better for me. The nice thing about this fight is that Staraptor kills Crabominable muscle band. Staraptor kills... yeah. And it doesn't kill this thing. I mean, it could kill this thing, but it probably won't. Because it has a Citrus Berry, and even if it didn't... The problem with that is that Staraptor... I mean, Tailwind did not be up to do. Something I could do, at least in theory, is just keep baiting this Crobat into using dual Wing Beat on my Fangs. That actually seems kind of good to me. Staraptor unfortunately does need to kill this on turn 1. Fix it. Staraptor can handle this by just being pre-damaged itself, because it will click Ice Punch for anything else. Breloom probably works pretty well. Doesn't matter in this set, but Breloom probably works pretty well. Would I do Torterra? There is one turn in the middle where I would definitely need to be... I have to tank an attack from healthy Heracross. But I think that's because it won't have the Guts thing triggered. While if I want to set up my own Tailwind, I do want to set up my own Tailwind first. I think I could do that just fine though. Like, this should work pretty well. There's my Luxray. Like, turn 1, alright, Staraptor pre-damaged, always get Ice Punched. Not necessary, actually. Turn 1, right, Torterra pre-damaged to always bait second Wing Beat after first one without baiting other than Leech Life. So it's something like, turn 1, Staraptor kills Crabominable, Breloom switches Torterra. Crobat Wing beats Torterra, was Breloom. Raptor kills Crabominable. Crab wanted to kill Breloom, but it's dead. Turn 2. Torterra switches Luxray, maybe? Be the good option. Yeah, Luxray doesn't take that much. Alternative would be like Gligar, maybe? Gligar is just... The thing about this one is that it needs... But it doesn't really... That was neat. I think it's a good number. Torterra switches Dreadnought. Crobat Wing beats Dreadnought, was Breloom. Staraptor Tailwind. Heracross Leech Lifes. Dreadnought was Breloom. Is it possible to get the pre-damage right here? It probably is. Healthy. 37 to 44. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's really easy to get the pre-damage right. There's a range of... You can have anywhere from 1 to 8 HP. And the max roll is 24... Still healthy this turn. The max roll is 81. And the min roll is 48 plus 18. 66 to 81. So if you start at 82, fine. You're in the 1 to 16. Fine, because the 1 to 18 range. Perfect. We'd actually like to be in the 2 to 17 range instead, so we can start at 24, 81. We start at 83 HP instead. Dreadnought pre-damage to always bait after non-burned Hera Leech Life plus Crobat Bean Beat. Oh, the Hera also has Protect. So that's automatically not considered that turn. But what I can actually do, I don't need to do that actually. I can just do Luxray. I can just do Luxray. I don't do this. I don't do this. I just go Luxray. So fine. Torterra switches Luxray. 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 Is that fine? Wait, hold on. Luxray needed a... Didn't Luxray need a thing to kill? Luxray needed a thing to kill. The problem because Staraptor also needed a thing. And I don't have 2 things. And I don't think I have... Can Walrein kill? Walrein cannot kill it. Doesn't have that dog in him. However, the kids are playing at me. Can I still do the Dreadnought thing? No, because the effect thing. There it is. I can still, like, whatever comes in here is still just allowed to kill Heracross. Problem is, Crobat can still win it. And will do so. I'm faster than the Crobat. And just the team in general. Wait, no. Heracross has to leech life. Heracross has to leech life. So it's fine. So I can go Dreadnought. Never mind. We're fine. It is Dreadnought. Dreadnought was Breloom, yeah. But now it's Dreadnought. Now on turn 3, or after, or first things first, Dreadnought switch to Luxray. Crobat well, Staraptor kills Heracross, happens because of Tailwind. Crobat beats Luxray was Dreadnought. Heracross dies before moving. Turn 4. Turn 4 is the point where we get to double kill Poliwhirl. The question I have to ask here, what? Not clear. We can also just kill Crobat. This thing would Liquidation or Drain Punch Luxray, which doesn't matter at all. Or it would Ice Punch Staraptor. Could matter. It has a 10% chance to freeze, which is obviously terrible. That is kind of like where we're looking on this. I really only have this many mon. So small. But I guess it's because 3 mons died. Yep, only 4. 4 over here. Leon and Rapidash, I'm sorry. Torpedo and Lilligant, you deserve better than an I'm sorry. We're sacrificed for the game. But you're not getting that better. Artemis the Demon. So, yeah, okay. Something like that. Put it in the 110-2 sheet. Edwin's done. Beat him. And then we look at this one. This fight would be easier with a Rapidash, I believe. Not sure if that's actually true. Feels like it would be, but not. Anyway, I don't see a great reason not to just do, like, Fake Out with Hitmonchan. Oh wait, no. Fake Out with Ludicolo, sorry. I do Fake Out with a pre-damaged Ludicolo, switch to Torterra. Thunderbolt comes out, and then I use Stomping Tantrum and kill, which would bait. So it's supposed to bait Mimikyu. For certain definitions of supposed. Gen 8, it's Gen 8, or Gen 7 disguise. Great heat. No damage taken as it's... Yep. I'd actually be very happy to. Or after. Probably possible. Is there any reason it's possible? Can't set up Tailwind. Fine. I can't set up Tailwind if I do that? Oh no. But I can do it. Alright, thank you. Burned Masharna, all this. Well, the electric train makes it. I just go like Yawn, Ice Shock. And then the electric hit is above it. Go like Yawn, Ice Shock, Raining Kiss. Or Terra. Which are after. Mario doesn't have a... I want to... I really do want to... Get away with... Okay, Luxray just fucking... Luxray in the back is my answer to... That works for me. I don't know if there's any other member of with it. Not bad, honestly. Just like... Parker doesn't get to send... I really... That's just not a thing. Thunderbolt is 24 people in the first slot. Dazzling... 10 people. Actually, Stall Dazzling... I also kind of... Thing is that if you get it, that Dazzling... Not that hard. Kind of people Dazzling. Kind of. The whole thing with this chapter is have it eat either that or you have Masharna in. What I would really want to do if I had the ability by bouncing like Dreadnought. I am not sure on whether that's possible. Whole problem is this does 70. Don't have anything. Who have this? I think what I would do. At my age, where after a dazzling out there 30, I would want after getting out, probably less than 5 after getting. I'd start with 130. Start with 138. Would leveling be better? I should level. Leveling save more. Leveling makes it better matchup with. I use Growl until a super. The hopes that electric train comes first. Then I use Synthesis. Then I can start switching to like burned rain. NPP, let me make sure that the trainer battle is right. Yeah, Super Vein is 10. Means, Sharna can take... How many Super Fangs is that? The D-Gleams are gone at that point. Problem with that is I'm gonna run out of Thunderbolts last. It doesn't... No point. Like, the entire reason to do this is to run out of Thunderbolts first, but I run out of Thunderbolts last instead. But if I do it, I can still... But I can do it differently. A little differently. I do it a little differently. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have more synthesis than Gleams. That's great. I really though? I really have more synthesis? Only kind. Yeah, my Tajinamaru answer I've already decided is to throw... Hold on, put it back to sync. Ignoring this battle for a second because it's hard. We're ignoring this. We're not doing this battle until we have our upstream cave encounter. And probably not today, but maybe we will. There's only 3 more trainers till Paddleberg, that's really hype. This is terrifying. I don't know what the fuck I do about any of this yet, other than walk straight for Pidgeot. Raptor wants to be, but it's so hard. Like, how do you get it to... Like, oh, not that. Like, how do you get it to use Earthquake? You don't. Quickly. Like, if I sack something, I can go, like, fake out, switch to Raptor, close combat, it's easy. But... I'd love to bounce Mist, but I just don't have that ability. I don't have that ability enough. I don't have a Tajinamaru. I could roll for one if I'm desperate, but I really don't want to be desperate. Anyway, I'm going back to my actual current traders. Not that. Ignoring that. I'll have to deal with that eventually, but not right now. What am I actually getting out of doing that? Like, I get this to not be able to attack Torterra, but it still has Thunderbolt. Thing that actually matters at all. That's the problem, right? It still has Thunderbolt. Even if this is at full HP, I do think setting this up like that lets me get to full. Oh, I had the Undazzling Gleam number. But I really do prefer the Masharna thing, given a choice. Like, the Masharna thing would let me just... Masharna thing is that I use Yawn on turn 1. I start with a burn to Masharna. Then I use Psyshock on turn 2. Then I use turn... whatever, until I safely Draining Kiss. Then I switch to Torterra, and then I switch to Raptor on the Yawn turn. So that doesn't even work effectively. Like the... You can't stall it out of Thunderbolt. I already thought about that. Can I, like, bulldoze it? I don't think there's anything stopping me from just losing it in turn 1, really. Actually, that kind of is. I mean, the problem with bulldozing it one is up with it. I don't know what that... I didn't... I mean... I did. Can I reliably get... How many tantrums? One. I can break the disguise and then do another one, I think. I have nothing that outspeeds at all. But maybe Manectric. Nope. Manectric's just falling short. What I really want to do is find a way to have this thing just... But I haven't figured out any way to... Can I PP Stealth Thunderbolt? No. It's just hard to PP. Fangs aren't something I can just bounce around for. Like this full Torterra version of the plan is pretty fine. I'm gonna watch someone. It won't show up on the stream. You will hear it in the background. Typically, I'm gonna watch and see if their Togedemaru came out on their ground type. Or 84 videos after.
All right, next trainer. Next, honestly, the next. So what's the lore on a random freaking elephant that knows Ice Shard? What does that mean? It should be...
It's sending in touch.
What? What?
Okay. The fact that it's sending in Togedemaru changes everything, and also not maybe. I have a way to get its speed down. If I do, I have a way to get its speed down double, then I can do interesting things. I don't think I have ways to get its speed down though. At least not satisfying ones. Or, well, functional ones. What I'm looking for. Yeah, flinch is too much. Make that make any sense. Something I actually could do is just go like Luxray. Like I just switch in Luxray repeatedly. And Mighty Anna? Yeah, yeah. Then I can... Probably? Oh.
I kill it in one hit! Alright, alright. So. I do like the Hitmonchan in Verify. Then it will wait in net. Because it out damages. This will come in first. And I'll switch to Luxray. And then I'll switch to Mighty Anna, which I can only really... Then I'll switch back to Luxray. Then I'll switch to Liquid Electric. And then I'll switch back to Luxray. And then I'll switch to Torterra. Iron Head. 15. Let's listen. Skill roll. Or whatever. That's cute, but it's not the threat here at all. Electric. Fine. I mean, the problem is just... Don't see a way to stop it from just killing me. Like or something. I'd love to set up Tailwind thereafter, but I just can't. It's not a thing. The reason it's not a thing. don't have Lucky Chant anymore. Not bad. Unlucky. Okay. I could use the... Yeah, I still don't want... Why would I want to use the Electrode? I mean, the thing is, like, with all this, he... There are how many Iron Heads again? 15? 15 Iron Heads. They can barely kill all together. Like, their powers can... barely. Terra is like, yeah, fine. If I run it out of PP, I can't. Then I use every. Then what's the chance that I'm still only about 1 out of 8 to get Mimikyu in at the time I want? Alright, this is the wrong one. It has to be Ludicolo. Ludicolo was just here to be pre-damaged and then bait Thunderbolt. I actually want it to be lower level then? No? What just happened? Okay. There is a small chance as Link said because of how small. Oh, that's really high. What the hell? Can I make it less high by going down a level? No. That's how it works. 42 is the best odds. That's like crit level. We're in 4 and 1 and 8. We're in 4. That's like... Well, it's between 1/6 and 1/5. Closer to 1/6. That's still way too high. What the hell? Using Torterra doesn't really help though. I can also just put the other way around, but that sucks for different reasons.
Okay. The problem with this fight is that the Mimikyu is born in hell. Die. Die. Need it to die. But I don't know how to make it die. Okay. Raptor with Tailwind fine at the end, but I don't know how I could set up Tailwind because all of these things kill. How much PP does Zinzep have? Can I kill Zinzep? I kill Zinzep? 10? P10? Okay, how does Dreadnought do? Not -6. How does Dreadnought do with Iron Head? Fine, right? Yeah. Alright, I need Staraptor for the back. My pre-damage below 8 Hope Thunderbolt. Not that big a deal if I don't. It's annoying. 33. Then I fake out, then I switch. Then I stomp in. Unless it... I would probably just... yeah. Why not? And Nectrix. Nectrix move. The Lepa. And does need a... and doesn't need an item himself. Ironhead is 15. We decided, yeah. So we're PP selling it out of all its moves. Hope we can do that on a Magnet Race turn, but I don't think it's... and I can't do that at all. Getting a bunch of Intimidates down, and then getting some Growls down, and Bouncy. And going Staraptor, Tailwind, Combat, Windbeat. Probably Windbeat again, but we can also switch it. Terra. Is it one? Terra, shut up. Alright, I think I'm fine with it. I think it's the best thing I can do. But I do have to do the other battle first. Citrus, Dreadnought. Damaged. Citrus, Dreadnought. Damaged Ludicolo takes out, then do Torterra. Torterra, kill Tantrum, Babies. Since first, it's unlucky. One. I think it's like 112. I wasn't. I wasn't counting this properly. On 33. Like, those are always kills. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, they're always kills. So it's like 5 rolls that are kills. Oh, wait, I wasn't counting properly at all. It's like 0.5 and 6. That simple. Alright, cool. If I'm 34 health, then I can change that number of it. If I want. Then there's a 1 in 4 chance it doesn't have to click Thunderbolt. But it probably still does click Thunderbolt. Or at least it's likely to. I think Terran's my thing.
Trains are probably higher. Yeah, trains are high. It makes more sense to do the normal way. 38 health. Then comes Intimidates, Luxray, Electric, until unsafe and back to port. Then all Dreadnought to heads, Bates, Epson, Terra. After full Sol Breach, or after Tailwind combat. Mean beat. Okay. Back to this fight. I feel pretty confident that Staraptor is our answer to the fight. But what I'm doing with that other side is the question. I also feel pretty confident that I cannot afford to let Tailwind go up at all. Ever. Terrible things happen if I... My original thought of this. Only that? Yeah. With that, at this point, at that point, Raptor's damage. Cons are dead. Luxray hasn't really very much damage. So I have a near full. And Tailwind up for turns against Poliwrath last month into Crobat. I do still have access to Dreadnought and Walrein. Notable because I can just like maybe kill the Poliwhirl, Crobat sets up Tailwind. Okay. Like one Crab dies, Breloom pivots, 2 Tailwind up, Port pivots, Red. No, I forgot. There is a turn there that I missed. Yeah. I'm supposed to do Dreadnought. Turn 3. Heracross dies. Dreadnought pivots Luxray. And now we're here. Which is worse. On this turn, Crobat is getting outsped by everything on the field, question mark? Yes. Crobat is using Tailwind, but my mons are attacking before that happens. Before my mons attack, Crobat Tailwind. Luxray can just have a chest over it easily and safely. On turn 5, Luxray nuzzles Crobat. Crobat does cares. Does Crobat die to Nuzzle Spark? Or do I need at level 42? No, I would need to Wild Charge. That's basically fine though. Yeah. And Crobat can click Super Feint on either of my mons or Hypnosis on either of my mons. Can Noivern kill Luxray if it's only been hit by didn't get Super Feint? 53-9. 81. Yes, it can. What turn does my Tailwind it? Set it up on turn 5, so this is my last kill. Big deal. Noivern even get outsped by Walrein? That doubled? It does. Okay, so what if Luxray tries to nuzzle it, or after tries to not Wing Beat it? Something else. Not Wing Beat. I don't want it to die. Bad things happen if it. There's nothing else I can. There's nothing I can collect that doesn't. Other than like teaching it secret. No, that's work. I could just directly or ring it down. There is not, in fact, a ton of reason not to. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Can Noivern kill Walrein after it's been trained? No, not barely. Right, yeah, that makes sense. So, Staraptor switches Walrein. Luxray nuzzles Crobat. Oh, I didn't even level this. It's super safe. Did it actually get less safe when I leveled it because it added air slash chances? Oh, no, it just like that. Okay. I could have Staraptor just fail Tailwind like a bum. Like, that actually works really well, doesn't it? Staraptor fails Tailwind like a bum. Luxray nuzzles. Yep. On 6, we either have we have EP Staraptor. E6 possibilities. I think they all are fine. EP Staraptor, EP Luxray, not a real possibility. Wild Charge, Wild Staraptor switches. Walrein, then Luxray. Staraptor. EP Staraptor, same thing. Staraptor ATP is just heat. Oh, is Dreadnought better than Walrein? I can't use Dreadnought. I did establish that. Just because it's already, like... I can't use my Vienna either, right? Wait. My Vienna... Oh, yeah, I can't. I use, Artillery. Artillery is just... same amount as Walrein, but with no advantages. Okay, cool. Yeah, the issue is basically that there is this overlap. It's actually pretty significant overlap. And there's no level that makes it less significant. Oh, it's Wild Charge. Okay. EP Luxray. We get to just do Wild Charge, Wild Staraptor, Tailwind. Then Luxray switches Walrein. Then Walrein kills. EP Staraptor. Switch Staraptor to Walrein while Wild Charge. Then switch to Staraptor. While Walrein killed. But the issue here is that air slash happen. Luxray, same as EP Luxray is fine. Super Fane Raptor. Yeah. The alternative is that we just wild charge the Crobat instead of the Polio. Wish we had a magnet or a second muscle band so bad. We don't. Not a thing. Do I already have that I should go? It's probably just past me. I'm not gonna worry about it until the trainers are done, unless it would help. Then I'll look into it. Probably just past me. Something I could also do, not actually how I. Yeah. 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 The thing about hitting the. Damage can go a lot. That's block speed. Yep, yep. Throw away, I can make my pivot. Like, what is Gligar's range like? That's just really hard to cut the shock armor on. Because I have such low tolerance case for. I just can't not use them. Completely not enough. And I have to. Any of my mons that do anything useful. Wait, hold on. Can I get this? Okay, I could give this a. Like, artillery. Burn. Like, I could use a weakened artillery. A dreadnought. But I don't think. I just couldn't get. With 7 slots, my plan would be great. Does this go below? Oh, this is so strong. Just so strong. So I guess doubles. Yeah. I can kill the left side. But it takes 5 months. And the problem is that I'm likely to end up with my mons damaged to finish it off. Wait, why did I... Right. Why did I rate this like this? T5 possibility, not T6 possibility. Raptor switches Walrein, probably. Burned Walrein, probably. Burned Walrein at Citrus. Luxray nuzzles Crobat. Turn 6, Luxray wild charges Crobat. Make sure that Luxray can never die to that. Luxray starts at full HP because there's no reason not to. All at level 42. Luxray takes Dual Wing Beat crit, 36, 92. Then it gets Super Feigned 46, then it doesn't die. Yeah, okay. Luxray wild charges Crobat. Yep. Walrein switch back to start. Oh wait, right? Yeah, there's no. Maybe? No, there's no. Wait, is it Dreadnought actually? Like I was talking like it was this, but it's Dreadnought, isn't it? Yeah, it won't Tailwind if it's faster already. Dreadnought outspeeds after a... Dreadnought doesn't outspeed after a Rock Tomb, alright. Okay, the problem there is that basically... If Crobat Super Fins that turn, then I can't switch back to Staraptor because I can't switch to anything else I had at this party. What doesn't die to Crabomnable? Arena doesn't die to Crabomnable, but is literal. Same with Ludicolo. Not same with Luxray. However, if Tailwind is up, it's just kind of fun. But I can do like... Big problem with this fight is that I basically have to just stop the Tailwinds. And it's really hard to stop the Tailwind. Shiny! Why don't you come help? You come help, then I don't have to go to Petalburg. The other way. I'd still want to for Altering Cave, I guess. Flinch the Crobat, because it sucks. I can't use Protect, because Vivillon. I would love a Vivillon right now. Vivillon would save this fight. Straight up. remember why am I kill? I need to kill with. I'll try not outspeed this. Use my Nectar. Nectar. Like if I use the thing is that if I use Manectric, then I don't have to. Manectric is way worse at dealing. The reason I would have to use Manectric is because refresh. And I'd have to use Manectric or Gligar. Or just Ludicolo. No, Ludicolo doesn't work. Or just Hitmonchan maybe? Hitmonchan work? No. I need to deal 160, which means I need 36 damage. Alright, does anyone have it? If I like, is anyone just like, oh, if only level 42? This one has it. This has it, but I can't do that. It doesn't work. Damn. That's just kind of sad, actually. Just makes me sad. And I can't use this, I think. Got it. What that does mean is that I can just use Flex. Like, this alternative version is like, one, Raptor kills Crab, Port pivots Redna on Weanby. I shouldn't do that. I should pivot Masharna on Weanby so I can get away with it. Like, I just need to have 72 health and it's complete. Just still great like this. Yep. If it's Masharna on Weanby, maybe. Not the only thing. Turn 2. Raptor kills Terra. Masharna pivots Manectric on Weanby. Turn 3. No, I have to set up my own Tailwind because of this part. So otherwise, Crobat will Tailwind. Right here. And Poliwhirl will go first. Yeah. Like, the problem is that this Torterra just has, like, no health. Can't come back at all.
if I use Hitmonchan instead of Prelude? I can still make it die to Wing Beat really easily. So it's T1 kill Crab, pivot Tort, T2 Tailwind Dreadnought, kill Hera, pivot Luxray. That's still correct. But I have a nearly full HP. I can give it even more HP. Before kill Wrath, Crobat Tailwind. On turn 5, the Raptor looks pretty while Luxray nuzzled. Turn 6, Luxray kills with Wild Charge while Staraptor switches to Hitmonchan. Turn 7, Hitmonchan fakes out. While Hitmonchan switches, while Luxray switches to Walrein. On turn 8, Hitmonchan switches to Dreadnought. Dreadnought should still have enough HP despite it all. Maybe? No, Dreadnought's so fucking HP-less. Yeah. I think this is the right idea. Switches to Raptor or Luxray, maybe? Depending on Super Fang. It's the most. If Staraptor didn't get Super Fang, that one definitely worked. If Staraptor did get Super Fang, that one doesn't work. If Luxray didn't get Super Fangs, it fine. Dual Wing Beat hits 36, 90, and Wild Charge. Is that all it's taking? Wild Charge doesn't put it in like this range. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Let me do a Nuzplanner. Make sure that I can like do that start to finish. Raptor, Hitmonchan. Using Hitmonchan. Access takeout. That. It has Infiltrator and not like Inner Focus, right? Yeah, it has Infiltrator. But Crobat doesn't have. That is no one. Hold on. How did I do this battle?
Revive?
Can I wreck this Crobat at all? Not really. I just do like my Sharna. What did I decide to stand here? Sharna,
The thing, I cannot let Tailwind go. Unless my Tailwind is. I can't get my Tailwind up. I mean, I can get my Tailwind. But not on... I can get my Tailwind up on turn 1. I can't rely on Intimidate because it's paper cut. Vion would do it. Hard because I don't have a Vion and it's my fault I don't have a... But... Tiny, are you? Get over. It would be nice if you give me the HM. I'd love encounter. Would 118 possibly help here? I don't think so. I'd love to roll it if there was any way it could help. I can't get to one I could get. I don't think. What if I kill the Crobat instead? I can last for oh, offer them. I can last. I kill the Crobat instead. Like, I'm still doing this set of pivots. Hitmonchan is just better because of the fake out access later. Okay. Yeah. My plan is this. Yeah, this. Electric, fine. 112 versus 126 6. 2673 and Intimidate would help too. If only this just killed Crobat. It would be amazing. It would be beautiful. But it doesn't. Right, can I poison Staraptor? Maybe? Probably not. Kind of. If Staraptor's poisoned, can it die to Poliwrath? It can probably just die to Poliwrath. It can just die to Poliwrath. If it's not poisoned, it can't, because it won't have taken any damage at this point. I can't stay on this thing. I can't leave up this thing. Come on. Yeah. I'm out. Something it could do. That I really could do. No, I can't. But yeah, I could. But like, if artillery was my lead, can I check the speed set on this guy again? 53. Oh yeah. Artillery and Masharna. In theory, it could still probe. No, that doesn't. I mean, I could sacrifice something to live, but I don't want to. I really don't want to sacrifice something. I want to get it. I want a lot. But in this case. Wait, what was wrong with this version? Initial version? I didn't save it. I don't know why I didn't. So we killed Wrath, Crobat, Tailwinds. I cannot have Staraptor poison. And I need the muscle. I could use the candy, but I'm not going to. There's a clear benefit of using the candy on this fight. That I don't have to have a muscle band. Means I can have a Chesto Berry. But I just can't. On turn 5, Staraptor. Staraptor and Luxray try to kill Crobat. If Staraptor Hypnosis, that's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's fine if that happens. Luxray just does it for another turn. Turn 6, Luxray becomes Walrein and Staraptor becomes Hitmonchan. Turn 7, Hitmonchan fakes out Noivern and Walrein kills. Let me make sure that Hitmonchan can never die to anything except Air Slash. True. Unambiguously true even at 38. And Luxray's never baited Air Slash. I wish I could just take out this Crobat first. It looks so fun to just kill the Crobat. So incredibly good and fun. But I can't. Not a thing I have access to at the moment. This actually, is this even stopping the Tailwind? Not, right? Oh wait, those mons are slower. Not gonna Tailwind, I see. I can't do that either. I don't have those mons. I don't have useful slower mons. I have exactly the right kind of mons for this gimmick to be interesting against them. But yeah, okay. Kill Crab, Pivot Tort, that's fine. Tailwind, Pivot Dreadnought. Need to do the pre-damage for these things, but that's fine. Kill Hera, Pivot Luxray, perfect. Kill Wrath, Crobat, Tailwinds. Have Tailwind up so you can get away with that. Turn 5, Staraptor and Luxray try to kill Crobat, yup.
Luxray becomes Walrein and Staraptor becomes Hitmonchan. Yes. Okay, cool. No, that works perfectly. That took a while to figure out, but it works perfectly. Does Walrein need to be leveled at all? No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. I do need Torterra. I need Hitmonchan into Redna, into Torterra, into Redna, into Luxray, and my other lead is Staraptor. So painful that even Adamant Staraptor must have for everything. But at least there are worse things than needing a muscle for everything. Anyway, Hitmonchan gets a Festo Berry just in case at the end. Raptor keeps the muscle band. Torterra and Dreadnought cannot do anything valuable with items. Luxray needs a Chesto Berry. And Walrein shouldn't matter, but I'll give it a Chesto Berry just in case for the... Okay. I'm also going to level everyone up by 1, because I don't know how... Actually, I'm going to just check how close they are to level. If they're close, then I'll just level them. Torterra's not close and it wouldn't matter. Dreadnaught's not close, but it wouldn't actually matter in any of those cases. Okay. Cool. Yeah, the items that actually matter are this Chesto Berry and this Muscle Band. The rest are irrelevant. The 3 damage I need Hitmonchan to die to a Dual Wing Beat. So I need 84 HP Hitmonchan. Then I need Torterra to die to a Dual Wing Beat after a Dual Wing Beat. And die to a Leech Leaf. Leech Life and only a Leech Life after a Wing Beat. Is that doable? Dual Wing Beat needs me to be at 128. The least I can be at is 52 after that. And... this doesn't hit 52. Perfect. So I need 128 HP Torterra. Then Dreadnought is taking that healthy Leech Life. The Dreadnought's taking 48 to 57, as well as 9 to 12 x2, and I need it to be in the 18 range after. This is 66 to 81 damage. I need to be at 83. Perfect. Okay. 83 HP Dreadnought. So that's going to be 4 on Hitmonchan. Um, 7 on Torterra. And 46 on Dreadnought. Right, 84. Double check. Crobat, Dual Wing Beat, always at least 84. Perfect. Okay, 3 more for Torterra. And then 39 more for Dreadnought. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure everyone has the right levels in the count. Torterra actually marked as 39? It is. Okay, that's good. And this thing is actually marked as 42. Okay, good. 83, 35 more. Oh, and I do want to Endless Candy the Luxray. The Luxray strictly benefits from being more useful in this fight. I didn't realize this thing learned this. Since I have access to the Hidden Power Tutor again, and I don't need this for this fight, I'll just teach
get the full allotment of electric move. I'll also check if this randomly changes how good this is. Go back real quick. I don't think it would. That would. That's not what I meant. Okay, yeah. It is better than Spark. It doesn't matter that it's better than Spark. For practical purposes. Right. 35 more on Dreadnought. Okay, 83. We're gonna double check that one. That one's the scariest. Min damage, 18 brings it to 65. Leech life, healthy because it won't have triggered the flame orb yet. $48. We'll bring it to 17. Perfect. Max damage, 24 will bring it to 59. Healthy leech life will bring it to 2, which is perfect. And super feint if I went 2. We will have to dual wing beat instead to get the kill. That is important. It'd be bad if it used super feint instead. The reason we're okay with, yeah, this thing can't protect because it sees the kill on Torterra. Actually a fast kill. Weird that that can happen, to be honest. But yeah. Okay, this is... I thought this would be less terrifying than the Mimikyu fight. It kind of is, it kind of isn't. Thing is, I don't think that my Mimikyu plan is riskless. But I also think that it's like the best plan I can make, possibly. Alright, let's make sure the right mons are first. Hitmonchan and Torterra. Yep, perfect. Let's double check that this thing... That thing takes a lot from a leech life. Like, damn. Like, this is a non... And we double checked that this was okay, right? 128, max damage from this is 76, 52. Be healthy at that point. Okay, good. Eh. That terrifies me. My plan should be riskless. I'm just scared. Only Citrus Berry is accounted for. It's bullying to have double Intimidate blockers, but it's fine. This thing could protect this one. I think I lose the game if it does. Actually, could it have protected? I'll check after the turn. Okay, that's everything that can happen in the turn. I'm gonna check if it could have protected. Incredibly unlikely chance to protect that I could have avoided by giving Hitmonchan 2 more pre-damage. The plan was not riskless then. Right. Now it's going to be dual wing beat on my Torterra and leech life on my Torterra. We're going to pivot to Rednod to take both. going to be between 2 and 17 HP after. Going to be really scary. Especially since I don't think, like, I think we wipe if it goes wrong, not win. We don't wipe, we don't never wipe here. But we might wipe it. Good. Burned so it can't protect anymore. So now I can safely just kill it with that. Go to Luxray. Crobat goes second, actually. Staraptor goes first because my Tailwind's up. Kill without the second wind beat? It does, yep. Right? Now Tailwind is still up. What does Luxray deal more with? It doesn't matter. What does it deal more with? Thunderbolt? Thunderbolt. Wait, fuck. Supposed to be main electric. It needed to be main electric. So it's fine? Fine? Oh, it is fine. Okay. Never mind. Thought it wasn't fine for a second. Like, it would have been really not fine if Luxray had less than half of Crobat's speed. But it doesn't. Not that slow. This slow though. Okay, that works. +1 Chesto, I guess. Damn, I have to make a decision. I knew this was coming. I don't think I can give up on Giga Drain forever. I think it's time to finally get rid of Growl. It's actually really bad timing, but I still think it's time to get rid of Growl. Can Noivern kill either of these? Not really. 103. This surely is. This full health. So it definitely is at least. What about this one? Yeah, okay. And it doesn't have wildly better special defense. Damn, that's not very much damage. What? Oh. That's my bad. Oh, they have a Tailwind up? They have a Tailwind up. I forgot. Okay, I should not have done that.
But it's okay, I didn't get punished. Why we stick to plans, though. Alright, only 4 more battles until Petalburg Gym. Oh no! Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Handmade to go. Alright, I'm looking at the time and there's an errand I'd actually like to get done quite a bit. If I need to do it like now, I probably should cut off the stream a bit earlier than this. I might stream when I get back from the errand again. I really do want to get my Altering Cave encounter. I'm really into thinking about Norma. I really wish... I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. I was having fun with the rest of them.